Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Young Thug says he's gonna slap Walka and YFN Lucci. And Fetty Wap throws money at a bunch of angry fans. Plus, Swae gets exposed. Let's talk hip-hop.
Man, of course I'm gonna slap the fuck out Lucci and I'm gonna slap the fuck out Sauce. I'm gonna slap the hell out y'all little nigga, man. Stop playing. Niggas don't even play me because they know what time it is. Like. So for y'all niggas to play with me, just really tell me, like, confirm that y'all don't know what time it is. So y'all feel like I'm a hoe, or y'all feel like y'all play with me, or a nigga feel some type of way. Just be feeling a weird way about it. Like a nigga may feel something like slam a bitch, or I don't care, bro. I want water. So you know you gonna get that. I'm getting you all that. Whatever you think you want, I'm getting you all of that. Every drop of it. We'll believe it. Yeah, every drop of it.
Alright, yo, because this shit is like, this is funny, right? Because I talked about this like probably 2 weeks ago, right? Where it's all of a sudden out of the blue, Walka comes out of nowhere saying that he don't want to be called a slime because slime represents a snake or something that's sleazy, and he ain't no slime. He's a pyro, a person in a red uniform. He's using it as an acronym. But Young Thug is a slime god, and you know, slime language, slime season 1, 2, 3, and 1,000. So, you know, obviously Young Thug took offense to that, right? So 2 weeks ago, Young Thug comments on Walka's post where he's like, don't nobody call me slime, and he says, it's up, right? And then if y'all remember, Young Thug, Walka responds to Young Thug with like a huge paragraph talking about how, you know, he's pretty much a bitch, a pussy, and how he pressed him like a couple months prior to that, right? And then Walka even calls Young Thug the F word that rhymes with maggot, right? So that was like 2 weeks ago, right? Also, Young Thug been beefing with YFN Lucci from years and years ago, where YFN Lucci like inboxed Young Thug's girl, right? So Young Thug got some new music dropping real soon, and he got real life beef with these dudes, but he's deciding to like reignite that real life beef with these dudes because he needs the attention to be on him, right? So now he's like, yeah, yo, when I see YFN Lucci and when I see Walka, I'ma slap the fuck out of him, right? So, of course, you know, Walka responded to Young Thug 2 weeks ago, right? Walka had a whole lot to say, right? So Walka's like, I bet, you know, Walka this time, usually a man of many words, right? Walka this time was super silent and just put up one post after Young Thug said he gonna slap him. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to World Star Hip Hop, right? So he pulled it down off of World Star and posted it on his page, and he's just basically showing Young Thug, you know, boxing or whatever, and it looks like Young Thug's form is a little off, and it also looks like Young Thug is a little tired, right? But, you know, who knows how long he was boxing. This could have been like hour number 3. And yeah, he looks like he's a little fatigued, right? So basically Walka is saying like, yo, if this is you, if this how you fight, then you might not want to say that you're gonna slap nobody because you gonna be the one that's getting slapped up pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what Walka did, right? Just silent. He ain't say nothing. He posted up a video after he pulled it down off a World Star and said that, you know, it didn't even put nothing in the caption, but you know, you got to read between the lines, and what's understood don't need to be said. This the man that say he gonna slap me? Like, come on, right? So then YFN Lucci responds too.
Hey, man. Y'all stop tagging me that pussy ass shit, man. Nigga ain't gonna slap nobody. Yeah, man. All them niggas had punching bag, them niggas been getting slapped out. All his little friend, he wanna make cool with them. He got niggas he wanna go link with. He punch their ass out. We got this nigga. Come on, man. That man a hoe, man. That nigga been running out the mall, boy. You a hoe.
Yeah, punching bag.
You don't never put your shit on Instagram when your shit get dropped and shit, do it.
Yeah.
Come on, hoe. Yeah, man, with that, nigga.
Yeah.
Bitch ass nigga. Cheap ass teeth in your mouth. Nigga. And I'ma butt you down and get some more, ho. Yeah, cheap ass earring, nigga. Your little cheap ass jewelry, man. Ho ass nigga.
Yo, YFN Lucci don't look too pressed at all, right? He's like, yo, you saying you gonna slap me like you're with your cheap ass teeth in your mouth, right? He's saying like you already been slapped up, right? But you ain't gonna post that, right? You ain't gonna post your shit on Instagram, right? So, and he calls Young Thug the same thing that Sauce Walka calls him, right? That F word, right? So I'm just like, damn, right? They better stop calling this man that thing. And if that man is, you know, homosexual or whatever like that, I mean, that's fine. But y'all like crossing over to like a whole different kind of realm, right? So whatever the case may be, right? The homo thug, right? And whatever, right? He be calling men boo and bae and all that, but whatever, man. Like, all right, so do y'all really think that it's gonna be like some kind of fight or some kind of like confrontation when like Young Thug bumps into any of these dudes, man? I don't know, man. Sauce Walka, even though he's all about the antics and he be acting all crazy, I might be able to see him, you know, get to shaking with a Young Thug. And YFN Lucci too. And the thing about Lucci is that he got mad people. Every time I see Sauce Walka, he's pretty much by himself. Young Thug too, right? But Lucci got like a whole crew of people that's all co-signing exactly what he's saying about the cheap ass teeth and you got some cheap ass earrings. So if you run into Lucci, man, you might have the whole crew there. But you know, then again, Young Thug got mad security, and nobody in Young Thug's security details gonna let anything like that happen. And Young Thug is out here trying to promote himself and get himself going viral because he got something coming out, right? So he's doing it a little bit different than like your 6ix9ines or your Soulja Boys, and he's bringing up like real beef that he had with certain dudes. But you know, I mean, one of these days you gotta face him if you got problems with him. So why not today, right? Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments.
Bro,
We're upset because you left the stage, bro. Come on.
Fetty, I'm glad you came, bro. I'm happy you came. I'm happy you came. I'm happy you came, bro.
No, fuck it, he's mad. He's mad.
Oh.
How many of y'all is?
Fetty, don't. No, fuck him, Fetty. Fuck him.
Don't even worry about it.
Fuck him.
Look, don't even worry about it.
Back it up. I mean, I'll take my money back. Sure.
Fetty, we love you, bro. Fuck this.
So Fetty Wap was in like South Padre Island, right, in Texas. And he was performing like for spring break, right? So, you know, you got a bunch of college kids. This whole situation is mad funny, right? Now, and this is the whole thing, right? What something happens in the hood versus when something happens, you know, somewhere else that's completely not the hood with people from like a whole different background, and for you to see like the different reactions in the situation, right? So Fetty Wap was on stage, he was performing, right? And then he decides to like get off stage and like just stop performing in the middle of a show, like for whatever reason, right? Maybe the crowd wasn't turned, maybe, you know, it was empty or whatever. Maybe he felt like, nah, man, I'm too big for this, or I'm too good for this, and I ain't finna be performing for this crowd right here. Maybe they're not paying attention, maybe they're on their phone, they're not singing my music, whatever, right? So this dude Fetty Wap gets off stage, right, which is all good, right? So he proceeds to like, I just guess, go back to like where he was, maybe his Sprinter, maybe wherever, right? So then Fetty Wap walks past like a bunch of people, like a group of people, right, that was there to see him perform, right? A bunch of college kids, mostly, you know, white boys, you know, like a couple of females too, also like one like black girl and one white girl there, right? So he's like, one of the white boys was like, yo, man, it's all good. I'm happy you came. And it sounds like the person that's saying like, I'm happy you came was the one that was like holding the camera, right? I'm happy you came, it's all good, whatever, right? There was another dude though that was like, yeah, but I spent $40 on it and I'm just disappointed that you got off stage, right? So Fetty Wap was walking by, but then he heard him say something about the $40 and he came back, right? And so he's like, yo, how many of y'all are there? How many of y'all are there, right? And then takes out like a roll of money and starts like throwing money, right? So he must have like threw like a bunch of hundreds, maybe like $400 or $500, you know, at these dudes, like kind of in a way like, yo, take this money. You worried about some funky ass $40, right? It's funny how $40 got a smell when you mad about it, right? That was a funky ass $40 before it was just $40, right? So here's the thing, right? So then some people in the crowd are like, oh, yo, Fetty Wap, don't even worry about it. You ain't got to be doing all that. The dudes that was holding the camera was like, yo, fuck him. Like, why are you giving him money? Because he said, oh, he spent $40. Like, fuck that dude. You ain't got to give him no money, Fetty Wap. That's what the dude holding the camera was saying, right? Which was cool. But then the dude that he was throwing the money to was like, I'll take my $40. I'll take my $40 back if you could hear like everything in the background, right? And that was it. Then, you know, Fetty Wap just kind of walked back off. Fetty Wap did turn around and get into that guy's face a little bit aggressive, right? And that's when you saw Fetty Wap security kind of holding him back, and Fetty was pushed his security guard's arm off of him like, bro, I ain't finna do nothing to this kid, right? So it's real funny because like in the hood, right? So they didn't realize that Fetty Wap, yes, though he spent $500 to embarrass you or disrespect you, he spent $500 to embarrass you and disrespect you. And I don't think that they caught that point at all, right? So that was the whole point. Some of them was like, oh no, Fetty, you don't have to give him his money back. They thought that Fetty was trying to be a nice guy or felt bad because he said he spent $40. And then the dude that he was throwing the money to was like, shit, I'll take my money. You know, so I don't think anybody there in that situation realized that he was throwing money at you like a peasant. Like, I'm going to disrespect you, right? And by throwing money at you, right? And that's what I'm saying. So in the hood, when you throwing money at somebody, except for strippers, because we love the strippers, right? But if you throwing money at somebody, you are here to straight up disrespect them, period. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's what happened in the club back in like 2001 when J-Lo was there and Puff Daddy was in the club and Shine was in the club. Some dudes from like Queens or something like that threw some money at Puffy, threw some money in his face, like a stack of money, like, bitch, you ain't the only one that got money up in here. And that's why Sean started shooting up the club, yo, and got arrested and locked up for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So like, because we know that when a nigga throws money at you, that's like the ultimate disrespect, yo, unless you a stripper, right? But the way that went down was a lot better. Fetty Wap knew that he could disrespect these people with pretty much no consequences and basically saying, broke ass nigga, fuck your little funky ass $40, nigga, here's $400 and I'm gonna go walk off and go have a sandwich like ain't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at least everything was all good and they didn't get offended by what Fetty Wap did. And Fetty Wap showed them like, yo, you was a clown. But let me know what y'all think about this.
Love you, and you're gonna be my fucking wife one day if you fucking make it through all this dumb shit, bro. Do you know what Chance the Rapper's wife went through with him? Do you know what Gucci Mane's wife went through with him? They were just down bitches for them. Dude, thick and fucking thin, and that's what I thought that was you. I thought you would just be like down.
But you know how they treated them though?
Yeah, it was a phase where Gucci was fucking a billion hoes, not even talking to his bitch. And she still pushed through all that shit and came back around for that nigga. Chance the Rapper, broke as fuck. Shit, bitches still hold it down for the. You don't get it, bro. You wanna be on some fucking. Still think like high school, bro.
Yo, right? So Swae Lee is on the phone with his girl, right? Somebody's filming. His girl got him on speakerphone. And apparently what I'm hearing is that his girl then took this clip and like sold it to TMZ, or is trying to sell it to TMZ, right? And TMZ, they're notorious for buying all kind of stuff from people, man. They pay you $5,000, $10,000 for like a good little clip of, you know, YFN Almighty J getting his ass whooped or something like that. Yo, TMZ will pay, right? And then nobody else could ever use it, whether XXL or The Source or any little blogger or whatever tries to use that material. TMZ will have that shit taken down mad quick because now they own it and they paid the money for it, right? Yeah. This is a lot going on here, because when you're dealing with immature ass females or young females who don't get it, yeah, this is gonna happen, right? So it's more than one thing going on, right? So you got Swae Lee on the phone, and obviously he's talking to his girl, and he's like, yo, you tripping, you bugging, you supposed to stand by me, right? So you gotta understand, right? He is kind of dry snitching a little bit, but he's also trying to compare himself to other popular rappers, right? And he ain't really dry snitching because he didn't know that someone was filming that phone call and that the girl that he was talking to had the joint on speakerphone, right? So that's disloyal right there. So that one move right there, no matter how much you care about her, Swae Lee, or how much you like her or how much you love her, you should cut her off, because she the type that'll be like, yo, come over here. Yo, come over here. Listen to what Swae Lee is telling me, right? So in this case, this instance, this is what we all heard as a phone call leaked. But you could be telling her anything. You could be telling her, yo, you know what? I just came from the doctor and the doctor told me that I got chlamydia. You could be telling her, yo, man, I've been having diarrhea all day. You know, you could be saying anything, right? That's a private conversation between you and your shorty, right? But she's going to expose it and put it online and put it on social media and even try to sell it to TMZ. So this is not the type of person that you want to be with anyway. And since she's not the type of person you want to be with, then you don't have to worry about all the other stuff too that comes along with that. And the other stuff being her not being there for you, her not playing her position, her not holding it down. I mean, when you are a rich star, an athlete, a musician, a rock star, you know, these ladies kind of do understand that they're going to be groupies and everything around you all the time. Now, I don't know what the situation is between him and his girl specifically, because I do know that like black men don't cheat, so I don't really know what Swae Lee was even talking about with Gucci Man or what was the issue. And then he's also saying like Chance the Rapper was with his girl and he was broke for mad long until he blew up too. And I don't ever think that Chance the Rapper was ever really broke, but I get where you're coming from. The whole point is that you need a loyal ass female, right? And that comes with maturity. So sometimes if you get a girl that's like late 20s, early 30s or something like that, they will be mature, they will understand what the big picture is, and they will play their position. If you got a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old shorty, then all she cares about is, why haven't I seen you all day? Why don't you call me? Why don't we text back and forth for hours and hours? Why? And you're like, I'm working, I'm practicing, I got an interview to do, I'm in the studio. And they don't want to hear none of that. They just want to spend mad time with you, right? But if you get a chick that's a little bit more mature, she'll understand like you are a working ass man. You going out there, you get in the bag and you bring it back home. You know what I'm saying? And then a real mature ass female would be like, hey, if you're interested in girls, so am I. You know, bring them home so that we both can holler at them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that girl's personality is what's going to make that man feel comfortable. And obviously and clearly her personality does not make you feel comfortable. And just by the moves that she did and the way that I was able to obtain this video shows that shorty is not really down for you anyway. So, you know, just forget about her and move on and get you a better shorty. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation is crazy. The whole situation is messed up. And that is the thing that I would not want to ever do, is mess with some girl who's like, oh, but we had a conversation about this, or we had a conversation about that, or anybody that's trying to expose you. Like, who are you? Like, yo, get out my face. So you need to be with somebody that's going to hold it down. You feel me? That's the type of person that when they come around you, you got to take their phone away from them, because they're going to be trying to take pictures and videos on a sneak tip. Nah, Swae Lee, you don't even need to be with her anyway. You talking about you love her and all that. Forget about her, yo. And I hope that he saw that, and I hope that he sees that she was trying to be like on some funny shit, and that he just cuts her off. Because then when she's back in the hood, chilling by herself, you know, just because you look cute or something like that, don't mean anything. When you sitting there like, damn, I could have been Swae Lee's wife. He was talking about being my husband one day, and you sitting in the hood, and you feel dumb and you feel crunchy because now Swae Lee running around with Tyra Banks or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why these dudes date like a lot of famous people, because Kylie Jenner is never going to expose Tyga or Travis Scott. You know, even Black China is not going to sit there and take a video of her conversation with YBN Almighty J or Kid Boo or whoever like that, because they have something to lose too. They know how the game is played too. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of these dudes will mess with the same women. So a lot of people are like, well, why does everybody mess with Amber Rose? Like Kanye and Wiz Khalifa. And why does everybody want Lori Harvey? Because these women are women who are in the industry. They know how the game is played, and they ain't gonna do no fugazi ass shit like try to expose you, right? These regular chicks who ain't really about that life and who's not used to that. Oh my God, I got Swae Lee on the phone. I've been talking to him for a few months. He says he loves me now, but I'm mad because I haven't seen him in 3 days, so let me expose him? All that is for the birds, yo. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane. That's Jonny Fastlane on Instagram and Twitter. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.